Good morning, everyone. This is Meher Sombol, clinical therapist at Clean Path Recovery. I'm so glad to be with you today to talk about an interesting topic, the emotional intelligence. I understand that it's not like the common topics we can hear about it. What's meant by emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence, it is the understanding about your capability and capacity and competence of understanding your emotions and your social interactions with others. So it's a great benefit when we understand how we are competent in our emotions and how we are expressing this type of emotions to people and interacting with people, and we can assess that it will help us into two things. Number one, it will help us in understanding what are exactly our emotions and what are exactly our thoughts that leading to this kind of emotions. When we are for example, we're getting angry, we need to understand this anger coming from what? Is it coming from pain or coming from being hurt, or coming from I'm not respected, or coming from any other thing? I need to understand what is the real emotion that it's turned to be ending up by anger, or turned to be ending up by getting annoyed, or it being happy even, or being sad. What's turned you to be happy? What happened today that make you happy, going happy, speaking happily? There is a reason. And this reasons, this is what you need to understand it and be aware of it, so you can not just getting the happiness out of the blue, but you understand what are the things that it can bring happiness to you, and what are the things that it can bring sadness or annoying you or frustrating you. The other point is, it's allowing us to understand what are the impact of how we are expressing emotion on others. This is one thing. And the other thing, what are the impact of people expressing their emotions on us. So it's both ways. We need to understand what are the impacts going on. We need to understand how people, they are getting connected together. When I'm getting angry towards that, how I can impact people accordingly. If I'm getting angry on my beloved ones, if I'm getting angry with my coworkers, or I'm getting angry to my manager, there is a consequence. I need to know all that kind of impact. There is an impact. Okay, and as well, I need to understand carefully what the impact of people getting angry or me, or yelling to me, or hurting me. I need to understand my impact inside me, how my feeling process that, how my thoughts processing that. So there is a nice psychologist called Daniel Goleman. He make it like in a very easy way, and said there are four corners we need to be aware. Are we competent, or we need to develop much more into progressing into these four corners? The first one is the self-awareness. It is the fact of I need to be aware about who am I, and what are the things that it can make me happy, things can make me sad, things like I mentioned, this kind of understanding about what are the emotions that it's really there in my life. And it's like I can get easily irritated, I can get easily annoyed, I can get easily frustrated, or I can get easily sad, or I can get easily freaked out and scared from anything. Any type of these emotions, I have a good awareness about me. It's a very intuition about myself, and understanding about self awareness on my emotion. So that's the first corner. The second corner about the self-regulation. The self-regulation, which is the self-emotion regulation. When I'm getting angry, what I'm doing? Am I controlling my impulsive, or I do have impulsive reaction? Am I controlling my reactions, or I'm responding? This is a complete different thing. The self-regulation, it's the second corner, and it's very important corner, because sometimes we can just get happy. But the question is it the right time to be happy around people? If you heard that one of your friends, he just lost his beloved one, and he's really sad, and he's in the the time, and he's in the grieving process, do you think it's the right time to feel that, okay, I'm so happy and I can laugh now and dance and sing and do all that? Or you need to respect your friend feelings? That's exactly what's called by regulation. You have the right to be angry, you have the right to be happy, you have the right to be sad, you have the right to be whatever emotions you have. But on the other hand, this is the part of the emotional intelligence. Is it the right time I can express my feeling? Is it the right place I can express that kind of feeling? Is it the right people around me that I can express the feeling or no? This is how I can regulate. So number one, I need to be aware about my emotions. And number two, I understand that there is usually a right time for everything. I can't just do it just like that. I can't get angry on the face of the people, whatever the reaction on them, if like I hurting them or no. Being aggressive, it's important at the end of the day to make sure that you are controlling your emotion. That's why in any anger management sessions, we are very clear when offering the same explanation. Anger is a very good emotion if you are treated it with the right way, because at the end of the day it's part of your emotions. The problem is how we are reacting with our anger. So first one, self-awareness. Second one, self-regulation. The third one, he mentioned that the social skill. How are we doing socially? How we're interacting with people? How we are caring about others? How we are asking about others? How we're giving the opportunity to make others speak with us? We are listening to them. We are communicating properly. All kind of social skills that it requires. That we need to do it, and communication is one of the very important things during that particular part that we need to take care about it. Communication, like an active listening, taking care about the non-verbal communication. If you remember those topics that we already went through them in the previous videos about the communication, get back to it. That part of communication, building a good social skills. Are we taking care about that or no? So social skills is awareness of how you impact your surroundings and how surroundings impacting you. That's how you are interacting with people. We need to understand this fact. We are not living in this world alone. There's still people around us. We need to take care about this. We are not just having our desires and our needs and our dreams. There are people around us, surrounding us. They are impacting with what we're doing. If we're doing good, they will be happy. If we're doing bad, they will be sadly impacted. So that's what's meant by social skill. It's the family, it's the friends, it's the community I'm living in it. That's the social. It's not only about friendship, about socializing. No, it is every single relation around us. So number one, self-awareness, emotion, aware about the emotion. Number two, how you expressing your emotion, which is the self-regulation. Number three, your social skills. And the last thing is the empathy. And which is like it could be part of the social skill, but it's been preferred to be just a-sided and be one corner by itself. Being empathetic, not sympathetic. And we understand the difference. Being sympathetic, you feel what's the problem with others. You feel others. But empathetic, you are putting yourself in the shoe of others. You are there for them. You are not just, oh, he's so sad, I'm sorry for you, and you go and leave. No, you're much more there. You're much putting yourself, if I'm in this situation, what will be exactly my feelings? How can I help into this particular part? So part of the emotional intelligence, you need to ask yourself, are you an empathetic person, or you just feeling sad or happy for people while you're not interacting with them, while you're just putting yourself aside or looking to people from top to down, okay? Or you feel that you're not part of this community. Emotional intelligence telling you it's great to be empathetic. It's great if you are aware about your emotions, if you know how to regulate your emotions, if you have a good social skills. All of that will be great, but it will be missing a lot if you are not empathetic person around that. So I hope that this topic will just turn something new to your mind, caring about this 4 parts: self-awareness, self-regulation, social skills, and being empathetic. That's all about the emotional intelligence today, and I'm so happy to be with you today. Wishing you all the best, wishing you happy holidays, all the family members of Clean Pass telling you happy holidays, enjoy to the maximum, and spend great time with your beloved people and the amazing people around you, and use this emotional intelligence as a start of this holiday season. Have a good time.